Hello, Barcelona fans. Welcome to Barca Talk News, and remember to subscribe and enjoy your news. Let's dive in. The story of Barcelona's training session. The sun had barely risen over the Catalan horizon when the players of FC Barcelona gathered at the Ciutat Esportiva Joan Gamper, the club's modern training complex that had long served as both sanctuary and proving ground for generations of Blaugrana talent. It was the early hours of a new September day in 2025, and the city's pulse already seemed tied to the rhythm of its football club. Barcelona were preparing for another crucial week in the long campaign, a season of transition and ambition, where the balance of experience, youth, and tactical discipline would define their pursuit of glory. The players trickled into the complex one by one, their arrivals a tapestry of personalities, routines, and rituals. Some carried headphones, nodding to beats only they could hear. Others greeted teammates with warm embraces, laughter echoing through the corridors. Every detail mattered. The tempo of the session, the mood of the dressing room, the energy on the pitch. Inside, the walls were decorated with images of legends past. Johan Cruyff, Pep Guardiola, Lionel Messi, Xavi Hernandez. The current players could not escape the weight of history, yet that pressure was precisely what drove them forward. Training was not merely preparation. It was an affirmation that they belonged in the colors of garnet and blue, heirs to a philosophy that was as much about artistry as about results. The warm-up, building the rhythm. The first phase of training began under the watchful eyes of the coaching staff. Fitness coaches led the squad through a meticulously designed warm-up that emphasized movement, agility, and injury prevention. Circles of players stretched, jogged lightly, and exchanged playful passes, their touches crisp, almost instinctive. The atmosphere was serious, but not without joy. Young talents like Lamine Yamal and Pau Cubarsí grinned as they tested each other with small flicks and tricks. Veterans such as Robert Lewandowski, though more reserved, gave encouragement with a nod or a short word. Frenkie de Jong's calm composure steadied the group, his presence reminding everyone that leadership could be as quiet as it was powerful. As the session advanced, rondos, the famed Barcelona possession drills, came into play. Few exercises embodied Barca's DNA more than the rondo, where precision and anticipation met in tight spaces. Circles of 7 or 8 players surrounded 2 defenders, the ball pinging around with 1 or 2 touches, accompanied by shouts of "Vamos!" and bursts of laughter whenever a defender was nutmegged. Rafinha, known for his flair, delighted the group when he slipped the ball between a teammate's legs, while Ferran Torres clapped his hands in mock celebration. Yet beneath the surface of fun, the rondo sharpened minds and feet, forcing players to think quicker, act sharper, and understand the geometry of space. Tactical drills, the manager's vision. Once warmed up, the session shifted toward tactics. Today, the focus was on transitions, how Barcelona would react the moment they lost possession, and how they could turn recovery into opportunity. The manager's philosophy was clear: pressing as a unit, winning the ball high, and striking before the opponent could reorganize. Divided into small-sided teams, the players rehearsed scenarios repeatedly. João Felix floated between the lines, looking for pockets of space, while Gavi snapped into tackles with relentless energy. İlkay Gündoğan, ever the orchestrator, directed traffic with subtle gestures, ensuring teammates understood positioning. Defensively, Jules Koundé and Ronald Araujo marshaled the backline, communicating constantly. Araujo's booming voice carried across the pitch, reminding everyone of their responsibilities. Meanwhile, Marc-André ter Stegen, Barcelona's captain, commanded from the back, urging his defenders to step higher, to trust the press, to believe in their compactness. The drills demanded intensity, and sweat poured freely. Each player gave everything, for competition within the squad was fierce. With new talents pushing for places, nobody could afford complacency. The staff observed carefully, noting body language, effort, and cohesion. Focus on the forwards, creativity, and finishing. Next came a segment designed for the attackers. Coaches set up multiple stations, finishing drills, crossing patterns, and combination plays. The essence of Barcelona's attacking style, quick interchanges, incisive runs, and clinical finishing was at the heart of it. Lewandowski, though entering the twilight of his career, displayed his striker's instincts with ruthless efficiency. Every ball that came into the box seemed magnetized to his boots or head, and he converted with minimal fuss. Younger players watched closely, knowing they were witnessing a masterclass in movement. Lamine Yamal, still a teenager but already a star, thrilled with his daring dribbles. At one point, he weaved past two defenders before curling a shot into the top corner, prompting applause even from his coaches. His confidence was infectious. He embodied both the future and the fearless spirit of La Masia graduates. Rafinha and Ferran Torres alternated on the wings, their task to deliver crosses and cutbacks. João Felix, often stationed centrally, thrived in the free role, linking play and adding a touch of unpredictability. Every successful combination reinforced the importance of chemistry, timing, and trust. The midfield engine, balance and control. Barcelona's midfield had always been the club's heartbeat, and today's training paid special attention to that department. Frenkie de Jong's elegance was on full display as he dictated tempo, receiving under pressure, pivoting away from challenges, and launching attacks. Gundogan partnered seamlessly, his intelligence bridging attack and defense. Pedri, recovering from previous injuries, moved with renewed sharpness, his vision slicing through defensive lines. His weight of pass was immaculate, and when he combined with Gavi, it was as though two musicians were playing a duet. Complementary, harmonious, instinctive. The younger midfielders from La Masia were also given minutes, learning the intricacies of positioning, when to accelerate play, when to pause. Coaches reminded them that being a Barca midfielder was not merely about technical skill, but about thinking faster than the opponent, anticipating 2 or 3 steps ahead. Defensive cohesion, strength at the back. The defenders had their turn to refine shape and structure. The staff emphasized compactness, reminding players that while attack thrilled supporters, titles were built on resilience. Araujo's duels with Lewandowski were a highlight of the session, two warriors testing each other in fair but fierce battles. Koundé's anticipation allowed him to intercept passes, while Alejandro Balde pushed forward with electric pace, stretching the pitch on the left flank. On the opposite side, Hector Ford showed growing maturity, proving he was ready for responsibility. The defenders practiced one-on-one situations, aerial challenges, and coordinated pressing traps. Communication was drilled endlessly. Step, cover, hold. It was clear that the coaching staff demanded perfection. The goalkeeper's craft. While the outfield players rotated through drills, the goalkeepers underwent their specialized training. Ter Stegen, Inaki Peña, and the younger keepers worked under their coach, diving to stop low shots, parrying powerful drives, and practicing distribution. For Barcelona, a goalkeeper was not simply a shot stopper, but the first playmaker. Exercises emphasized accuracy with both feet, launching quick passes to fullbacks or threading balls into midfield. Ter Stegen, a model of modern keeping led by example, his calmness inspiring the younger players. Match simulation. bringing it all together. The highlight of the session was the training match. Divided into two balanced teams, the players treated it with intensity, as though it were a league.